Today our topic is about writing. So we are going to learn how to write a thank you letter. So sending a thank you letter after an interview or networking event or any other event related to your job search is a great way to show your professionalism. So it's also a way to maintain contact with people you meet during your job search after you get hired. Also, you can send a thank you letter to your professor in school on campus as well. That is a really nice way to show your appreciation, and it will be really touching for the person. So, we are going to discuss some ideas about thank you letters. So consider thinking about a job interview. So thank you letter is a follow-up sales letter. Okay, so this is an opportunity to say why you want the job and what your qualifications are and how you will contribute to the company. So your thank you letter also is the perfect opportunity to discuss anything of importance that your interview didn't ask or that you didn't answer as well as you could have. Another thing, when you plan and write a thank you letter, think about that. Thank you letter would be, keep in mind that when you say thank you, every time you need to show people your appreciation. Okay, it's not just you are writing down some word without feelings, without putting your real thought. Okay, when you writing this letter, you are reminding the person you are writing to who you are. And then this letter, actually the thank you letter, is a really great relationship builders. So we are going to discuss and think about, I'm going to take you through how the template, how the thank you letter should look like. Okay. So the beginning of your letter on the top, usually we put the contact information. So if you are sending a printed letter, then you are going to put your contact information above on the top of your greeting. And then if you are sending an email thank you letter, you can list your contact information below your signature, which means it will be in the bottom of the email address, in the email page. Okay, and then you are going to have your greeting and welcoming. Usually we will say, "Dear Mr. Johnson" or "Dear Mrs. Wang," for example. Okay, and then in your first paragraph here, your first paragraph. So in the first sentence, you should state that you are reaching out to thank the person for what they have provided you. So in this first paragraph, you want to include some other sentences restate your thanks. For example, you can say like this, you can acknowledge that they are really busy, and then you are especially grateful that they took the time to help you. Okay, so when you write this paper, when you write this paragraph, the tone you use should come across as expressive and warm. So avoid going overboard with exclusive praises and never-ending thank yous. Okay, so don't just say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You will want to give more specific example to really show how your appreciation is. Okay, so automatically you want to be sure your communication is real. Okay, it's from your heart. It's not just looking on the paper. So the second paragraph, in your second paragraph, you can explain why you are so grateful and how their support has impacted you, or you are anticipate in impacting you in the future. Okay, so in the second paragraph, it is important to be specific so that the reader will know this is a personal email, personal letter, is not the one you send to everyone or to multiple contacts. Okay, so this is the second paragraph. And then the third paragraph here, you can use this third paragraph as an option paragraph. This may be a way you can maintain your relationship with the person going further. So, for example, if you feel like you have something to offer them in return, then you can mention that in the third paragraph. Okay. Another thing is you can also suggest that you would like to maybe hang out with them, or simply say to them you are going to stay in touch with them. That's what you can write in the third paragraph. And then like the third paragraph is actually optional, so it's like not really required. You can think if in that conversation or in that, for example, networking event, you think this would be a really nice opportunity to keep in touch with those people, then you can mention that in the third paragraph. Okay, so the third paragraph actually is the goal to keep door open for future opportunities. Okay, so I will show you the example for the second paragraph and third paragraph, and you can see, like, read that on the slide as well. If you need, you might want to pause the video for a couple minutes and read through the example. And then finally, that is your closing paragraph, which is like a conclusion paragraph. Okay, so in this paragraph, you are going to restate, say again, your gratitude with a simple, short final sentence. And then usually we'll put sincerely, and then you have type your name. If it is a print out later, you can have yours sign in your signature at the end of this letter. Okay, so this is basically how a thank you letter should look like. Okay, and on the slide here, I'm going to provide you to another sample about job interview. Okay, so this is the thank you letter people wrote after their job interview. So let's look at this paragraph together. Okay, so let's read this example together. Okay, this is a thank you letter the person sent out after the job interview. So you can see in this letter, on the top of the letter is the person's name and the person's contact information, including the phone number, the address, email address. And then next slide, we will put the date. And after that is the interviewer's contact information. Okay, and then you will start with greeting. Like here, the example give you, "Dear Mr. Lee," and then you will start with your first paragraph, show to the person your appreciation. So in this letter, the author said, "I sincerely enjoyed meeting with you yesterday and learning more about the content associate position at ACME Media." So here in this paragraph, you show the person you appreciate the time, and then you are happy to learn more about the position at the company. And then following the second paragraph, here you can see the writer said, "Our conversation confirmed my interest in becoming part of ACME Media. I was particularly pleased with the prospect of being able to develop my own article idea with the head of the browse and developed my multimedia skills." So again, so in the second paragraph here, you can kind of re-emphasize why you are interested in working in the company, what you can contribute to this company. So this is what you can address in the second paragraph. And the third paragraph here, "I feel confident that my experience both in the workplace and in the classroom would enable me to fill the job requirements effectively. please feel free to contact me if I can provide you with any further information. I look forward eagerly to hearing from you, and thank you again for the constantly and extended to me. Okay, so here in the last paragraph is like a closing paragraph, and then you are going to tell them your qualifications, like you are being able to do this job well, and then you also kind of show them you look forward to hearing from them. You want to have the further contact with this company. And then you can see here you have the sincerely, and then you put your signature and your name. Okay, so in this lesson, I basically give you some examples, and then I'm gonna guide you to go through what you can write in the thank you letter in each paragraph. Okay, and then I also share with you some references that I use when I plan this lesson. And in those references, there are more examples you can review as well. So for today's homework, I know for some of you might already be in your work, or some of you still in school, so I actually want you to write a thank you letter, or we can say a thank you note, to the person who has been helping you and support you all the time. Okay, do your best. You may want to follow this format and write a letter to show the person your appreciation. Okay, I will see you next time. Bye bye.